If you want to win, set goals. If you want to keep winning, build system. Most people don't know the difference, that's why they keep starting over. I am Olubode Samuel, the founder of Reichtum Revolution, and I want to talk about something a lot of people mix up. And because of that mix up, they keep cheating themselves out of real success. You have probably had it everywhere. Work hard, set goals, chase your dream. They are not wrong, but they are not right too. If you want to win, set goal. If you want to be a winner, set system. Let's define it properly. A goal is a result you want to achieve within a specific period of time. It is intentional, it is measurable, it has an end point. A goal says, I want to make $1 million this year. I want to lose 10 kg in 3 months. I want to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers. Goals are powerful. Goals create movement. Goals give direction, and yes, goal creates result. But here is where people get confused. The problem with goal, a goal creates one result. Once you hit it, that's it. The result stops there. That's why you see people who made money once and went broke again, got in shape once and lost it again, had one successful year then disappeared. They achieved a goal, but they didn't build anything that could sustain the result. That's where system comes in. A system is not a destination. A system is a process. It is what you do every day, every week, every month, regardless of motivation. A system is the routine behind the money, the structure behind the success, the habits that keep proceeding results even when you're tired. A system doesn't say, I want this once. A system says, this is how I live. That is the difference. Goals and systems are not enemy. They work together. Goals give direction. Systems give you consistency. Goals tell you where you're going. Systems decide whether you will stay there or not. If you only set goals, you might win once. If you build system without direction, you will move but aimlessly. When you combine both, that's dominance. Here is something people don't talk about. People who only set goals are rarely happy, and here is why. The moment you set a goal, you become desperate to reach it. Every time you remember that goal, you remind yourself that you are not there yet. The gap creates pressure. Pressure creates frustration, and frustration slowly kills joy. You are always chasing, always running, always feeling late, because when it's cold, you're not enjoying the process. You're enduring it. You're waking up early for now. You're sacrificing for now. You are uncomfortable for now. You're doing the work not because it's who you are, but because you're trying to get somewhere. And that makes life heavy. A system is not pressure. A system is a lifestyle. When it's a system, you don't ask yourself every day, am I motivated? You just do it. Whether you are bored, whether you're tired, whether you are excited, you do it because this is how you live. There is no emotional struggle every morning. There is no internal negotiation. It's automatic. When a team is chasing one cup, everything becomes pressure, and they press harder, they force results, they overthink every mistake. Why? Because the cup is the destination, and anything that delays the destination feels like failure. During the period, the process is not enjoyable. Training is painful. Discipline feels like punishment. They are doing it just to stop once to get the cup, and that's danger. But now look at a team where winning is already a lifestyle. They train every day, not because a cup is coming, but because that's what they do. The training itself is normal. The discipline itself is normal. The pressure is slow. They don't hate the process. They are used to it. So they don't wake up sad. They don't complain about the routine. They don't feel like they are suffering. Why? Because the process is no longer a struggle, it's identity. Why go mentally break people? Here is another thing people don't talk about. Once you set a goal and you see someone else who has achieved that goal, your mind starts to crack. You compare timelines, you compare speed, you compare results, and slowly you start breaking down. You start asking, why am I not there yet? What am I doing wrong? Am I behind? That's what goals do when there is no system. They create impatience, they create self-doubt, they create emotional pressure. But when you are inside a system, something changes. You're not in a rush, you're not jealous, you're not panicking. You already know, this is my process, this is my routine, this is my timeline. Even someone else has already won, it doesn't disturb you. Why? Because You're not chasing a moment, you're living a method. Your mindset becomes, in time, I will win my way. Not because you are open, but because the system is already working. That's peace. The real difference. Goal make you tense, system make you stable. Goal make you desperate, system make you patient. Goal say, I can't wait for this to end. System say, this is who I am now. And once winning become your identity, losing no longer scare you, and success no longer surprise you. I have watched interview of most successful people on earth. The richest man, the biggest YouTuber, the biggest footballer, top athletes, elite businessmen across different industries, different backgrounds, different fields, different personality. There is one thing they all share. They are so disciplined that what everyone else calls work, they call normal life. That's the difference. For them, winning is not something they fight for desperately. Winning is not something they pray for every night. Winning is not a miracle. Winning is a side effect. Why? Because the sacrifice is already built into their lifestyle. They do difficult things every single day. Not once, not sometimes, not when motivation is high. And that's the part nobody wants. You might admire their success, but you don't pray to live their life. Because their life is demanding, it's repetitive, it's uncomfortable. They do things that are boring, they do things that are painful, they repeat things millions of times, and because they pay that price, winning become familiar. That's why records keep breaking like it's their birthright. Look at top athletes. When you're already playing for a big club, when you're already famous, when you're already making crazy money, you shouldn't need to train like an upcoming player anymore. But they still do. Same drill, same discipline, same intensity over and over again. Not because they are chasing another trophy, not because they are hungry for another award, but because this is who they are. That's why you cannot come close, because it's rare to see someone with massive success still living like they have nothing. They are not working hard to win again. They are working hard because hard work is normal to them. And when that becomes your identity, winning follow you naturally. If you truly want to win in life, here is the truth. Take your eyes off the goal and lock your eyes on the process. Build a system you can live with, a routine you can repeat, a discipline you can survive for years. Because once the system becomes familiar, success becomes inevitable. When you build the right habit and system, people don't just respect you, they trust you. They see you differently. They relate with you differently, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because discipline changes how you think, move, live. And there is something very powerful. Richard Benson is the founder of Virgin Group and once shared a mindset I deeply respect. He said that while building system, he always starts himself one question: how do I make this fun? How do I make reading more fun? How do I make learning more fun? How do I make the process enjoyable? Because the moment you make what people call boring to you, success stops feeling like stress and starts feeling like entitlement. That's why a wise man once said, when you fall in love with what you do, you will never work a day in your life. Winning is not about wanting it badly, it's about a system you enjoy living. If you enjoyed this episode, like, share, drop your thoughts in the comment section. We are on a mission to reach 500 subscribers, and your support helps us bring more meaningful content like this. Subscribe to the channel. This is Reichtum Revolution. Thank you.